This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So we are given a string as an input and our task is to split the string in all possible ways. And after every split, there will be two strings. There will be left and right. So we have to count the number of unique characters in the left and we have to count the number of unique characters in right. If both are equal, then the particular split is a valid split. So like that, we have to count the total number of valid splits. So here this is the given input string, and for this particular input string, first let us calculate all possible ways of splitting. So these are all the possible ways of splitting the particular given input string. So in the first split we can see that in the left we are just having the character A and all the remaining characters are considered as the right string, and in the second split we are just taking the first two characters and all the remaining characters are right, and then in the third split we are taking the first three characters and all the remaining characters are the right string. So like this we are splitting our given input string. So now we are going to take every split and check whether it is a valid one or not. So in the first split we have A in the left string and all the remaining characters are the right string. So first we have to count the unique in left. So in left there is only one character, so the unique is equal to 1. But in the right we can see that we are able to find C, A, D and B. So totally there are 4 different unique characters in the right string. So 1 is not equal to 4. So the first split is not a valid one. So we are going to move to the second split. So in the second split, left string we have two characters A and C, and both are different characters, so we have two unique in the left, and in the right we have A, D and then we have B and C. So we have 4 unique characters in the right string of the second split. So this is also not valid because 2 is not equal to 4. And then in the next split we have 3 characters A, C, A in the left, and out of this there are only 2 unique characters A and C, and in the right we have D, B, A, C. So again we have 4 unique characters in the right. So again 2 is not equal to 4, so this is also not a valid split. And in the fourth split we have 4 characters in the left, so A, C and then D. So there are 3 unique characters in the left string, and in the right string we have the characters D and then A, B and C. So again there are 4 unique characters in the right string, so 3 is not equal to 4. So this particular split is also not considered as a valid one. So we are going to move to the next split. So in the fifth split we have 5 characters in the left. So let us count the unique characters in the left. So we have A, C and D. So there are 3 unique characters in the left, and now let us count unique characters in right. So in the right we have A and then we have B and we have C. So in left also we have 3 unique characters, and in right also we have 3 unique characters. So the total number of unique characters in both left and right is equal. So this is considered as a valid split. So I am highlighting this in red color because it is a valid one. And now let us check our next split. So in the left we have A, C and then D. So there are 3 unique characters, and then in the right also we have B, A, C. So all are unique, so that we have 3 unique characters in right. So 3 is equal to 3. So both left and right has equal number of unique characters. So again this is also considered as a valid one. And still we have 2 possible ways of splitting the string. So in the left we have 4 characters, and in the right we have only 2. So 4 is not equal to 2. Similarly in the last split we have 4 and 1. So 4 is not equal to 1. So these are all the possible ways of splitting the given input string. And here we are able to find only 2 possible valid splits which satisfies the condition given in the question. So totally there are 2 ways. So that is the reason why we are printing 2 in our output. So now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating a new character array named str of size 1001, and I am declaring this variable outside the main function because we can use it in any part of our program. So we can use it inside our user defined function and also within our main function. So now let us start with our main function. So in the main, first using a scanf statement I am accepting the input string and I am storing it into the str, and then I'm creating an integer variable named len and I'm storing the string length of str, and I'm creating another integer variable named count, and initially I'm setting it to 0. So we will be using this count variable to count the total number of valid split. So now we have to split the given input string. So to do that, I'm creating a for loop. So this for loop iterates from 0 till len minus 1. And in every iteration, we will be splitting the given input string. And after splitting the string, there will be two parts. It will be divided into left and right string. So after every split, the left will be containing the characters from 0 till I, and the right string will be containing the characters from I plus 1 till the end. So that is how we will be splitting the input string, and the value of I changes in every iteration. So within this loop, we can see that we are using both of this index. So 0, I plus 1, which is nothing but the left string index, and I plus 1, len, which is nothing but the right string index. So now we know the range for the left and right string. And now using this function named unique in range, we will be calculating the unique characters present in the left and right string. So first, when this function gets executed, it returns an integer representing the unique characters present in this particular range. And again, when we call this function with these values I plus 1, len, it will return the number of unique characters in this particular range. So if both are equal, then it is a valid split. So if both of these conditions are satisfied, we will be incrementing the count variable. So we will be performing this operation for every split in every iteration of this loop. So finally, after the execution of the loop, we would have counted the total number of valid split, which will be stored in this variable count. So using a printf statement, we have to print the count. Now let us see how this function unique in range works. So it accepts two integers in its arguments, start and end. And this function returns an integer which represents the unique characters present in the range start to end. So since the character array str is declared globally, we can use it within this function without passing it in the arguments. And now to calculate the total number of unique characters present in this range, we are going to make use of the hashing technique. So in the hashing technique, first we have to create a frequency array. So I am creating a frequency array named frequency of size 128, and initially I am setting all of the values to 0, and the ASCII value of the characters ranges from 0 to 127. So that is the reason the size of this array is 128. So whatever may be the character, it will always be present in this range. And then I am creating a loop. So this loop iterates from start till end. So the start till end is nothing but we will be iterating through the character array str. So str of I will be nothing but a character. A character is represented in its ASCII value. So whenever a character has occurred, then we have to update that character's occurrence in the frequency array. So what we will be doing is, we will be incrementing the value at the index of ASCII value of the particular character. So we have to give the condition like frequency at str of I plus plus. So str of I is nothing but a character, and a character will be converted into its ASCII value. So the ASCII value will be ranging from 0 till 127. So at that particular index, we will be incrementing the count by 1, which means the particular character has occurred one time. And if the character has occurred again, then again the count will be incremented. So initially it will be 0. So this is the condition which we need to give within this loop. So finally, after the execution of this loop, we would have updated the frequency array. So now we have to calculate the unique characters. So I'm creating a variable named uniques, and I'm initially assigning it to 0. And now we are going to iterate through the frequency array. So the ASCII value of the alphabetical characters will be in the range 65 to 128, including both lowercase and uppercase. So that is the reason why we are iterating only from 65 to 128. If our input contains special characters, then we can start from 0 till 128. Since here we are given only alphabets, we are iterating from 65 to 128. And in every iteration, if the frequency is not equal to 0, then it means the particular character has occurred. So whenever the frequency of I is greater than 0, we have to increment the variable uniques. So finally, after the execution of this loop, we know the count of unique characters that has occurred. So we have to return that, and we will be using that in our main function to count the unique number of valid splits. So this is the logic. Thank you for watching.